How to get your DUI dismissed. If you're watching this channel, you've probably recently been arrested for a DUI or you have a loved one going through the process. And I'm sorry to hear. Stick around. I think you're going to like this video. My name is Dod. I've been a criminal defense attorney here in San Diego County since 2004. My firm is Dod Law. Today we're going to talk about ways to get a DUI dismissed. Now let's be very clear. DUIs are very tough to get dismissed. Now, best piece of advice, don't drink and drive. But since you're here watching this video, you've probably recently been arrested for a DUI, and let's talk about some ways to get a DUI case dismissed. Now, one way to get a DUI case dismissed here in San Diego County is if we file a suppression motion. For example, we argue that your Fourth Amendment rights were violated. A police officer had no reason to pull you over, right? So let's say you're on the 15 freeway, you're on the 5 freeway, you're on the 163, you're on the 8, and the officer claims you were weaving. Well, every CHP vehicle is equipped with video. We subpoena the video, we get the video, and if we believe the video does not show you were weaving, we're going to file a suppression motion, present that to the judge, and if the judge agrees with us, case is dismissed, okay? That's one way, that's one of the best ways to get your case dismissed. Then we have other ways to get a DUI case dismissed. Number one, or the second way, is if the officer on your case just wrote a horrible police report. You got to remember, a lot of these DUI reports are written late at night after the officer, comes back to the station. They've made multiple arrests that day and they're tired. And let's face it, they're human and they're lazy. They want to go home and they wrote a terrible report. They wrote incorrect facts. A lot of things in the report are missing. And if that's the case, that could be potentially a way to get your DUI dismissed. Another way is an improper collection of the breath sample. Now, under California law, Title 17, in order to do a valid breath test, there has to be this 15-minute observation period. Why? Because the officer has to make sure you did not burp, belch, regurgitate, or vomit. Because if you did in the past 15 minutes, there could be mouth alcohol and there could be an invalid result. Now, the common thing for an officer to do is when on cross-examination, officer, did you observe my client for 15 minutes? They're going to say yes, right? So you take him down the entire procedure. Well, you arrested him. Yes. You put him in the back of the police car. Yes. And this was at approximately 1:05 a.m. Yes. And you drove him down to the police headquarters. Yes. And you weren't looking back at him, were you? No. When you got to the station, this was about 1:15, correct? Yes. You got out of the vehicle. Yes. He was still in the back of the police vehicle. Isn't that right, officer? Yes. And then you went, you put your badge away, you put your gun away, you did everything that you needed to do in order to administer the breath test. Well, the entire time, he's sitting in the back of the car. He's not being observed for 15 minutes. So that's another way to get a DUI case dismissed. The next way is improper collection of a blood test. Now, blood tests have to be collected in a very specific way. And once they're collected, the vial must be shaken to mix up the anticoagulants with the blood, because if it's not, it leads to fermentation. And when there's fermentation, it creates alcohol in the actual blood and you get an improper blood result. So another way to get a DUI case dismissed is the improper collection of the blood sample. Now, there are some other ways to get a case dismissed. For example, improper administration of field sobriety test. And obviously, that could be something that a DA or even a jury will consider in whether or not they're going to dismiss the case. But the most important things in any DUI case: a suppression motion, violation of your Fourth Amendment rights, poor police report writing, improper breath test, and improper collection of the blood sample. If you have any questions, you can call me at the number below, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. My name is Dod. I've been doing this for a very long time. Since 2004, I've been handling solely criminal defense matters. If you just want to talk about your case, go ahead and give us a call. Have a great day.